This is a good question for this time of year. Thanksgiving was yesterday, but this is how to manage one's eating over the holidays. Thanksgiving is a perfect example where almost everything is centered around food, good food, and lots of sugar. How do I manage my eating on Thanksgiving, the day after, with all the leftovers? Also, I want to be part of the fun, pleasure, and socializing, and at the same time, I don't want to purposely abstain, nor do I want to overeat. When you have too many food rules, when you've mistrusted your body for so long, you'll be asking questions like this: oh my gosh, there's going to be all this food around and I know I'm going to go crazy. For me, that's a sign of somebody that's been depriving themselves for a really long time. So when you're in that situation, also Thanksgiving is when family is around. We get very triggered by things. People around us trigger us. And so it's really easy for a lot of emotional things to come up to the surface. So I think the holidays, we've got Christmas now around the corner, I think the holidays are actually one of the best times to do this work, especially do the push the food away technique, because all of your little echoes from the past are going to be coming up to the surface, and you get to have a real close connection with them, and you get to really see them and feel them, and they'll probably pop up a lot easier than they would normally. So I think the holidays is a great time if your parents are around or if your authority figure is around and they're totally triggering you. Use that as a moment to go into a closet or get in your car and park somewhere where no one can see you and just tap and scream and get all the anger out that you can, like we work on in the self-sabotage module. The way that I teach is I like to trigger you with situations that I know you're going to run into in everyday life so that when you do run into them, you don't have a reaction, okay? And so the way I teach is a bit hardcore, but you wouldn't be in my class if you didn't like that. So I look at the holidays as kind of one of those examples. It's like, you're being given a perfect opportunity to be triggered by all these people in your life and for all these issues to come up to the surface like all at once. And the cool thing about tapping is that when you've got a large emotional charge around something and you tap, it's almost like you can do this deep cleaning kind of on your psyche while your family's around. And you might not be able to get that deep or that clear if you're not actually triggered, which is why I give you guys all these visualizations and I make you do these crazy things like throw food in the garbage can and eat lettuce for dinner and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's because I'm triggering you. I'm giving you a situation that you might run into in, everyday life, and we're working through it in class. So that's what this is. This is triggering you. This is giving you an opportunity to really clear all of those emotions that are coming up to the surface, the ones that you probably didn't even know you had. And then once you tap through those things, I almost guarantee that after the holidays are over, you will feel like a new person. Anytime I ever have done any kind of tapping in the moment when I'm really, really triggered, once that situation is over and once I'm done tapping and clearing, I reach this new level of being grounded within myself that I wouldn't have been able to reach otherwise. And I know everybody's like that. When you really do heavy tapping and heavy clearing work on yourself, you'll be able to reach this self-confidence and this being comfortable in your skin and in your power more than ever before. My dad used to say when he'd brush our teeth at night, he'd say, you can do it the hard way or the easy way. And the hard way is the long way. The hard way is the way that, you kind of tap and you might work on this issue and that issue, and then you don't want to work on it anymore because it's a little bit too scary. The easy way is to get in, get messy for a little bit, tap on all your emotions. You're in a safe environment. You're around other people that are doing this. You've got coaches that are able to help you. You've got a Facebook group, people that are there to support you. So you've got all of that right now. The easy way is to just dive in and deal with what's there and tap through all the emotions and then have the results, have the empowered, amazing, feeling great around food, not being worried about what to eat and what not to eat because food doesn't trigger you anymore. That's the kind of light at the end of the tunnel once you do it the fast way. Anyway, that's what I recommend doing around the holidays.